Hello, hello. Hope everything is working fine. Hi everyone. Let me know if you can hear me fine, if the music is not too loud. Yeah, I'm gonna wait just a few seconds to make sure everything's working. Sound is perfect. Okay, great. Okay, so let's go. I'm so happy to be doing that. So I think for the next 2 weeks, I guess I'll see how you guys like that or if people are interested, but the plan is to rebuild the También website on Webflow for the next 2 weeks and to do that live, so yeah. Hi Alex. So yeah, so let's start. Yeah, it's 2:03, so I guess everyone is here. Perfect. All right. So let's start by taking a look at the current website, because it's actually like a redesign. It's a brand new design, but the branding is staying the same, and we actually made that first website not so long ago, and it was really cool. I really like this. And so the goal with this website was to really, so for Alex to go from someone in freelance working solo to a studio. So that was the goal with this, but over the time it became just too complicated. The goal was to have something very simple with the project all on the same page, to have some info about the team and everything, but yeah, with time everything became a bit too complicated, so it's time to make a new one. And I lost the comment for a while. All right. So we have a new design right there. By the way, don't hesitate to talk a lot in the chat, since we are hi Valerian, since we are not a lot. It's nice for me to see that people are here, and if you have any questions or comments, I'll be happy to speak with you guys. Anyway, so let's go. So we have the new design right there. Maybe I'll do a quick overview of the different pages, and we'll dive in Webflow. So pretty simple. So we have our home page right there. It's gonna be quite a simple website with a home page right there. I'll go through it a bit later. We have a project page. So as you can see, it's very simple. The goal is to show the different projects so that people can go through it very easily. So that's the project page, the inside of the project, and then we're gonna have a few pages to talk about the different courses that are coming hopefully soon. So I suppose you guys know, Alex is working on a course, and he's going to talk about design, about how to manage clients in Notion, and how to build website on Webflow. So hopefully everything's gonna come soon. And yeah, we have pages to talk about it. So the pages are the same, but those pages are about the course. And then we have two last pages, one about the style guide that we use at También. So it's a brand new style guide. And I'll build this, I think, live as well with you guys. And the last one is about the fluid responsive. We already have this page. It's not looking as good as this one, but we'll use this to build the website as well. Anyway, so let's start with the home page. Right there. So maybe let me know if you want me to go through the page or maybe just start designing the style guide. I don't know what's best for you or what's most entertaining. I think I'll go through the page first. Style guide, please. All right. Okay, so let's, or whatever you think is better. I think both are fine. Yeah, so the page, let's start with the style guide, you're right, and then we'll go through the page. So I created a new project on Webflow, so it's the style guide template that we use. So we have 2 pages actually, a home page and our style guide. Very simple. So the first thing we'll do today is that we'll set up our text, very basic. Then we have some colors, some forms, pretty much everything we need to set up, and then the call system. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's something we love using at También. But yeah, let's start. Actually, let's dive right in, and then we'll see how it goes. So let's see. Actually, when you look at the page, you would think that this would be the H1, but I think that this is going to be the H2 because I have this style right there, same style. So this is going to be my H2, and this one is going to be my H1 because it makes more sense. And I don't know if for SEO reason it's better, but this is going to be my H1, and on the style guide I'm going to use this style because I get it on every other page. Anyway, let's start. So I'm using the REM system, so meaning that I'm not using pixels but REM, so 1 REM is equal to 16 pixels, so I'm going to divide everything by 16. So this is my H1, I have 131 pixels. Let's go. So 131 divided by 16 REM. Let's delete this code for the moment, we don't need it. As I said, my H2 is going to be this, 201. Let's clean everything. All right. Yeah, exactly. That's because I want to only use one H1 per page. I think for accessibility reason and for SEO reason, it's better to only get one H1 per page. So yeah, that's the reason. So my H1, my H2. So this is going to be my H3, and somewhere else on the page I have the same style but in lowercase, so it's going to be my H3 as well, but I'm going to have 2 styles. Let's go. So it's 24 pixels. I'll deal with the line height a bit later, because it's always, I find it harder to set up on the style guide. I like to see how it goes on the page and kind of eyeball it. So I have one H3, but I have 2 of them, and I'm gonna call this one, let's just say something like text lower case, something like that. Yeah, perfect. I'm just creating a modifier, a class, a new class, so I can reuse it. And it doesn't even have to be an H3, but yeah. Alright, H3, and I have one last, I think it's H4, and it's 18 pixels. By the way, I should have imported my fonts first. It would have made more sense. But I guess I'm a bit stressed with the live. So yeah, let's just set up our sizes first, then I'll import the fonts, even though I should have done it. Anyway. I guess that's it for the moment. Let's set up our text. I already checked that, but it's always 14 pixels. So let's do 14 divided by 16. I don't think I need this one. And actually we don't use any list item on the website, so yeah, that can go away. Same for the rich text, it can go away. All right, let's import the fonts. Let's fix that mistake. All right. So I have a file ready with all my assets, by the way. I prepared a bit, so I have my fonts here. So let's just upload everything. All right, perfect. It was worth 2. I hope it's gonna work. Let's check. Yep, perfect. Bold and regular. Salut l'ami. I'm gonna answer this one in French. Hope it's okay. On fait pas beaucoup de landing page à También, on fait des one page parfois, mais le but de la page n'est pas le même, enfin le but du site n'est pas le même que pour des landings, donc non, on n'en a jamais fait pour l'instant. So what I was saying is we don't do a lot of landing pages at También. We sometimes build one page website or something, but the goal is not the same as a landing page, so we don't do this. All right, let's go back. And let's go back to the slide. And by the way, I'm talking quite a lot for the moment, but if the stream goes, I don't know how long the stream is going to be, but if the stream goes for maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, depending on what we do, let me know if you want me to talk less or explain more. Just tell me in the comments what's better for you guys, and I'll try to adapt and make the stream quite enjoyable to watch. So editorial new. Alright. Actually, let's just 1.5. This is regular, and on the H2 and the H1 we have a small change to make between the letter spacing. So let's do it. Let's say minus. Let's do that in pixel because yeah, it's gonna be enough. And actually, let's do something different. Let's change the font to Arial now. It's easier that way. Alright, let's say -1. So this is bold, this as well, and the H4 is bold. Okay. Alright. Don't need any H5 for the moment, or H6. Okay. Let's do that. So let's change the colors. So I think the colors are going to be the good one because we base the style guide on También branding. So oh, no, let's change it then. Okay. Well, actually, let's do something like that. Let's delete them all. And that's it. I'm not even sure I need the pure white. I don't think I need it. Anyway. Yeah, let's delete it. And let's make the block 50%. All right. So Alex designed the links and the buttons, and we already have the hover effect, but I think we'll set everything up during the animation process because we will use GSAP to do that and some CSS transition. We won't use any Webflow native animation for this website because we'll use Barber.js to create cool transition between pages. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. So I have a button primary, which is actually my only button. So maybe let's tweak the classes a bit. Yeah, let's just call this one button. And let's do 3 divided by 16. I think it's pure black, is it? Oh yeah, right, okay. Yasin, yeah, we'll put the replay on YouTube. Do you have any advice on how to find clients when starting out? Actually, I don't. I found, well, I first started working at También when I was actually searching for a client as a freelancer, but I think Alex, I'm not sure he made a video already about it. But if not, it's a good subject, and he's probably reading the chat as well, so he'll make a video about that. Do you have any advice on how to find clients when starting out? One thing I was focusing a lot when I started is on actually finding clients and marketing and cold emailing and so on. And I think that if you're in a rush, probably that's the best way to do, but it's also the hardest part because when I started focusing on improving, doing better project, doing something different, people actually added me on LinkedIn and asked me if I could do some work for them, and it's the same thing for the studio. Bye, Andrea. It's the same thing for the studio. We try to put out good work and do projects that people will enjoy, and people come to us to get that type of work that we do. So maybe just try to focus on your work, do good things and people will come to you. I guess that's the best way to do that. And yeah. So yeah, so Alex did something with a background blur. That's I don't, well, I guess that if this was not live, I would just use a pure black shade of black, well, pure black, but since people are watching me, I will do the background blur anyway. Let's actually change this. Let's do button. Let's add a text. Button. And let's do button text. All right. So let's start by adding the padding, 3 and 8. So this is actually the most boring part of creating a website, setting up the style guide. I know that it's taking quite some time and we don't see anything on screen, but it's also the most important part because this will make your website easier or harder to build. Alright, so I have my button. I think I will change the typography on the parent element. Right. This is Arial narrow bold. It's kind of weird because the Arial narrow doesn't look like oh, I guess that's the reason. Yeah, I need to do that. All right, let's do this. Yeah, let's do that. 14 pixels. I think it's already the case. And let's add some border to it. Alright, just so we can see it. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure I'm gonna do the blur thing because I think I would have to add, a background div. And yeah, I don't really want to add a div just for this effect, since we don't even see the difference. Well, I'll tell Alex because he's the one who made the design, but it makes it so much more complicated for so not a lot of difference. So anyway, so let's keep it that way. Alright, and I have some links, Arial narrow, regular, and 14. Alright. And let's change the color. Alright, and lowercase. Alright. And we're good. We don't have any form. The color are good. Oh yeah, no, one last thing. I did change the background color, but I did not change the font color. And yeah, the last thing we need to set up is the grid and the column system. We talk about it quite a lot on YouTube, on the Discord, and so on. So yeah, if you are interested in that or have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. I will try to answer them, but very simple. What we have on the style guide is kind of a grid. The same grid that we have on Adobe or Figma, it's the same, and it makes our life so much easier building different layouts on Webflow. So let's just set it up and then we'll see to use it during when we build the home page. So let's start by the container padding. So it's 11 pixels. So let's do 11 divided by 16. Let's simplify this. Yeah, let's say 68. The gutter width is 11 as well, perfect. So let's select our call element and let's say 68 rem and divided by 2 because we have a right padding and a left padding. And let's change the negative margin on the parent element. Let me know if it makes any sense. I'm not explaining this too much because I already made videos about it. But if it doesn't make any sense, let me know and I'll come back to it and try to explain it a bit better. Anyway, and I think we're good for the style guide. So this doesn't change. Let's delete the spacing class, the overflow, and let's keep the display as well. Let's just keep the display classes because I like them quite a lot. Let's just do something like that. Alright. Alright, so we are good for the style guide. It's time to make everything responsive and fluid responsive because for the moment we can see that yeah, the responsive is kind of shit. We want everything to scale with our screen, so that's gonna be the fun part. Actually, let's delete that as well. Fluid response. All right. All right, let's go. Let's duplicate the home page. Let's delete all that. Same thing, I don't really care about this. All right. Let's check También for. So the design was made on 1440 pixel artboard. The minimum width on Webflow is 992. Let's scale everything. Let's make this easier by doing that. And my maximum width is gonna be 1920 pixels. Is that correct? It looks super big. Yeah, I guess it is. It looks huge. Anyway, let's do the tablet version while we are at it, and the minimum breakpoint on tablet is 768 pixels, so let's scale this down as well. And you'll see that this method makes creating the responsive on tablet so fast. Yeah, let's start by doing that. Yeah, okay. So at this breakpoint, so which is 1440 pixels, the font size is 201. At the minimum breakpoint, so 992, it's 138 and 266. So let's go back to here. What did I say? 201, so 138 and 206 and 266. So I need to check this and 266. So all right. Let's uncheck this. And I need to take this value, so 106. Yeah, and let's copy 138 here, and I need to make sure that I change the 1 REM value as well, so that it scales nicely from the bigger breakpoint to the smaller one. So it's 1051. Let's copy and paste this and let's see what we have. I hope it's gonna work. Usually we don't have any issue with it. So we have a CSS embed at the top of every page, but it's already set up in the style guide. Let's say just 90 REM. It's easier that way. Let's save. Let's see. Scaling down, scaling down, scaling down. Perfect, perfect. All right, so it's working good. So we have our responsive just like that. Maybe I'll do some changes on tablet after, but we'll do that during the responsive part. Let's set up the style guide for mobile as well. Let's duplicate it. Let's delete everything. Alright. And actually we have something for the mobile version on the free responsive part. You can use it just like we used the tablet one, but I like to check this box and check this box and to put my phone value on the desktop one, so I can use, you know, the prototype value, the prototype min width, and the prototype max width, because we are designing on 390 pixels, but on Webflow the minimum breakpoint on mobile is 240 and the maximum one is 479. So let's do that right now. All right. Actually, let's duplicate this. All right. So the white background just helps me scale everything nicely. If you're using Figma, you can use the I think it's the K shortcut, the proportional editing or something, and yeah, it makes everything so much easier. The only problem is that if you want to use this, you need to use Figma as well, and I really don't like Figma, so I'm better off on Adobe, and I think Alex as well. I just preference things. I don't know if you guys are all using Figma. Let's exit 40. And let's scale everything. Alright, so this is fine. And yeah, we just do the same thing. So the font size is 73. On the smaller breakpoint it's 44, and the larger one it's 89. So let's go back. So did I say 370? 390, sorry, 390, and it's 73. On the 241 it's, I don't remember, 44. And on the larger one, so which is 479, it's 89. Alright. Let's just copy these parts. Yep. Let's go back to the CSS. And I can put it right there. Alright. So now everything is working fine. I just need to set up my value again. So let's keep this on the top, because it's always nice to keep it. And on mobile, so the text is actually, it's still 14 pixels. I say 73. let's select the text. So it's good. H2 73. So let's check it. The H1 is 47. Divided by 16. That's better. Yeah, the H3 24, so it's the same. This one as well, and this one is still 18, so I think it's good. So yeah, that's very good to go. Maybe the button, no, good. The link as well, I think. Yeah, perfect. Alright, so we are done with the style guide. I think we are. Well, I think we are, and we'll move on to the home page. I don't know how many of you are still here. Let's move on. Okay, let's close this, let's close that. Alright, so the home page. The home page. So it's gonna be pretty simple. I think that we have. It's awesome to see live website design. I'm glad you like it. I was really scared that it was going to be super boring and that people were gonna come for 2 minutes and leave. Why don't you like Figma? And yeah, just to finish, I'm really glad you like it. Was really scared that it was super boring, and so it's cool. Yeah, I really don't have any reason. I just used Adobe for. I trained on Adobe, so I'm just used to it. I think Figma is great. I don't have anything against it. I just have some practice on Adobe, so it's hard now to make the switch to Figma, but I think I will have to do it to adapt, but not for the moment. Figma is better. Yeah, I think people agree with you that Figma is better. You have more possibility for sure, you can do more things, but... Hi Roberto, hola. What's nice with Adobe is that you have the functionalities that you need, not more, not less. I like it that way, and I think Alex do as well. So we're sticking with Adobe for the moment. Alright, let's move on. So we're gonna have, I think we're gonna have the hero section here. So this is going to be one section. So yeah, let's go. So this is going to be the home page. Let's put everything back. Could you tell me which grid you're using now? So, actually, let me. I did put the comment in OBS earlier, but I can't seem to do it again, which is great. Okay, perfect. So we have a grid on Adobe which is using a 12-column layout. We have some padding on the side that's 11 pixels, and we have some gutter width that's 11 pixels as well. So so what we want to do is take this grid and use it on Webflow. So we created a style guide that's a bit different, but we didn't invent anything because we took the Bootstrap system. If you know Bootstrap, it's exactly the same. And what we have is a system with row right there and calls. So what I can do is that I can create a row, meaning that let's take this for example, and I'll build it in a moment, but for example I have one row here. Let's just outline it. Yeah, the width of the artboard is 1440 pixels, but we want to make everything scalable so that it looks the same on every screen width. Anyway, so I have one row and I have one element inside of it, and it's taking the width of 4 columns. So what I can do is inside my row I can create a call. If I don't put any class to it, it's gonna take the width that's available, so I can duplicate it. And I can also add a second class to it, and let's say call LG4. And now my element is taking the width of 4 columns. And if I want to align it, I have some classes on the style guide as well that are right there. So we have align straight, and center, start, and so on and so on. Just like you would do in normal CSS or even on Webflow. So you have the align right there, and I can align start, center, and everything. And I can do something like align, it's justify center. And now I can recreate this section very, very easily. And I don't have to use a percentage or rem value or pixel value. I can use this, and it's faster, easier, more accurate. So that's what we'll use. All right, let's move on. So yeah, we have the hero section right there. I'm not gonna create the header and the nav menu for the moment because I really don't like building headers and nav menu. Then we have a second section with different projects, and this is actually going to be a CMS collection. So we'll see if we can create a single grid and assign different styles depending on the position of the object, so that I can just we can import project using the Webflow CMS and manage this every project that way. Then we have another section that is going to talk about the studio a bit. It's like an about section, and the red circles that you see are actually going to be 3D faces of Alex, Valerian, and myself. We just need to make them or have them made. I don't know what Alex decided, but yeah, it's going to be 3D faces, so we're going to play with 3D as well. So let's see if we use Lottie animation, if we use 3GS. But yeah, we're going to have a little bit of 3D. And yeah, so this is... Do we have this on the other page? No. So this is kind of a CTA section. Yeah, kind of a CTA. The red square that we see is going to be an image of the team. When we meet, well, we need to take one picture. Actually, we don't have it for the moment, so I'm going to use a placeholder for this one. And then we have the footer section for the home page, and it's going to be a bit of the what's going on with the studio. So when the course is going to be available, we'll set up a link to the different courses. We actually have been nominated as, we didn't win, that's very important, but we've been nominated for Studio of the Year on Award, so we were pretty happy with that, so we want to tell people about it. And we are going to put our latest video or videos that we like as well. So not a complex page, it's not too long. Tell me what you think about the design, by the way. I'd very much like to have your opinion, because Alex showed me the design, I really like it, but it's always nice to have other people's opinion. So yeah. don't hesitate to let me know what you think about that. One moment, I'm fighting with OBS to see the comment. It depends on the overall design. Yeah, I guess it really depends on what you're familiar with and what you like. I feel like, well, I'm not a designer, so my opinion doesn't really matter, I guess, but I feel like 1440 is the perfect balance between smaller screens and wider screen. Anyway, all right, so let's start. Let's start. The header is gonna be fixed, so we don't really need to take care of it. So yeah, let's just dive in Webflow. So let's create a main wrapper, then some section, a container, and then I'm gonna call this one home hero wrapper. Make sure to change the tag and put the correct one. So main section, container is a div, and this one is a div as well, so that's good. All right. So let's start with this. So actually, what we have 3 rows, and then this is taking 2, 4, and 6, and the padding is 88. So let's say 90. I don't know if it's the best way to do, but I usually use padding instead of margin to set up spaces between sections, and I like to use them in the first div inside the container, so I always know where they are. So that's what I like to do. So it's let's say, yeah, it's a 90 divided by 16. Is that correct? Yep. Let's say 5.5 because I'm going to reuse this, and then I can add a row. Inside I can have a div, call lg6, some text. So this is going to be home hero text. Let's justify center. Let's copy, paste it, and we're gonna align it center. And yeah, we can see that using rows and calls, it's very easy to have the right line breaks and so on. And what's cool with the good thing with using this and the fluid responsive is that I can resize my screen, and it's always staying the same size. So that's really nice. Yeah. All right, so first row is done. Let's just copy and paste it. So this one is going to be 4, and I have, yeah, 65. So this is actually going to be a video, so I'm going to use a wrapper and a placeholder, but during the animation process we will change it. So let's home hero video wrapper. Yeah, I want the width to be 100%. The height is 271. So let's say 270. And it's REM. Yeah. Let's call it G4. let's add an image for the moment. Mirror. I'm gonna call this one placeholder, but I'll delete it in a moment. Let's push it on the cover. Yeah, let's delete this. Should I create a new folder for the home page? No. Let's just create a folder called placeholder, so that way I can easily manage it. So, desktop. Let's use this. I say 65, yeah. In that case, let's use margin. Why are you not using the Webflow plugin? Can you please tell me what plugin you're talking about? Because I actually don't know of this concept. Perfect, man. Yeah, and actually, it's we did some live on Twitch last year. I think Alex did 4 or 5, and I did 2, and then we stopped because we wanted to focus on YouTube and everything. But if you like the lives, maybe we can think about doing a bit more. And if you want to come on the live, and so we can talk with you, and I don't know, it could be cool. We have the Discord now where we can talk, but it would be maybe nice to talk on video, or I don't know. It could be nice. I really need to get better at using OBS though, because that really is a pain for me right now. Anyway, so yeah, 100% between this and this row and this row. And actually, yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna do call LG1, call LG1, and call LG10. All right. So this is going to be my H2. Make the difference. All right, and we can see that the line 8 is way too big. It's kind of hard to let's say 85. Yeah. All right, Omiro. Let's say sub. Let's say title. All right, and then I have some text. So what does it say? Creative crew and friends. So text, and actually I did not name my classes the right way, because this is going to be home hero. Let's wait a moment. This is going to be home hero title. All right. It's going to be sub title. Let's put a dash. And this one is going to be home hero text. let's just add a modifier, let's say right. Put it like that. Right. Now the question is, should I do align center and then use a position relative on it? Did I make a misclick or something? I misclicked somewhere, I don't know where. Yeah, should I use a position relative or should I put some padding on the top? Because it feels like this should be aligned with the first line, but not exactly. So maybe if I have some... I don't really like using relative position either. Maybe see if I do something like that. Yeah, no, that's not the best. Well, let's use a relative position. One solution would have been to do that in 2 rows, to use the... should I do? Yeah, let's do that. It's going to be a cleaner version. It's not going to change anything, but it's just going to be better. Alright, let's delete that. Let's say align center. So I can do justify center. And yeah, I think it's a bit, yeah, it's a cleaner version. Alright, perfect. You could use a CSS transform. Yeah, there's about the Webflow plugin, yeah, I've never used it, but I'll take a look. Yeah, maybe it would be cool. Yeah. And yeah, I could use a CSS transform, negative yeah, I could use all of these methods. I could use negative margin, I could use a CSS transform, position relative. The only problem with this method is that, well, it's not a problem, it would work fine, I guess. But it's always nice to look for the not the burst version, but the cleanest way of working. And in our case, in the design, I think that Alex wants to align this on the first line, if I'm not mistaken. And by doing this, it's always the case. And maybe now I can take them down just a little bit, because I don't think they're perfectly aligned at the center. But now I can use maybe a padding, with a padding, or maybe, yeah, relative position or a CSS transform as well. Just a little bit, maybe 0.5 or EM. And now we have something that's almost exactly as this. So yeah, that's nice. Let's add a bottom margin on this one, so it's 100 divided by 16. And yeah, and so we have our hero, and the hero is done, scaling nicely. We took our time, but it really wasn't that hard. Is everything correct? I think so. Hi Eric. Really cool to have people from Tanzania. It looks like we have a lot of people from all around the world. Really, really nice. Yeah, if you have any questions, any comments, let me know, and if not, let's move on. let's create the collections. I should have done that before the live, actually, but it's okay. Let's just add the thumbnail for the moment. So what I want to do, I think today I will have the time to do it, but is to set up my home page on desktop, and then I'll add all my content. But for the moment, I don't need to add everything. Just a thumbnail will be enough. Alright. So let's create it. Let's add a project. So this one is called project. Should I use placeholder for this? I don't think so. Yeah, so this one is called Last Prisoner Project. It is not out for the moment. It will be, we'll finish it in a few days, I think. So yeah, we have quite a few projects to come out. Okay, so this one is Rose Island. Again, sometimes some steps we need to do some pretty boring stuff while creating a website, but that's part of the game, I guess. This one is También. And Webflow makes it so easier to do everything. So I don't know if most of you are working only on Webflow, or if maybe some of you were developers before coming to Webflow. But I learned React and Next.js lately, and so I practiced and made some website for fun on Next.js, and everything is so much longer, so everything is hard to do. So yeah, Webflow is a really nice tool to use. Makes everything easier, which is cool. Mathieu Crépel, and actually the website for Mathieu Crépel is going to be the website that Alex is going to create for the formation. So he's going to design it and build it on Webflow for the formation, for the course, sorry. So yeah, small information. Anyway, so we have each right here. Roof and engine. Let's try and go a bit faster. Engine flag. What's Alright, I think that we will put a bit more project when we start building the project page, but for the home page we only have this one, so yeah, that will do. What I'll do is that I'll build the grid first, make sure that what I want to do works, and once it's done I'll put a bit more information in the CMS collection. So yeah. So let's add a new section. Let's add a new container, and this one's going to be home project. All right. Are you using Wizardry for text scaling? Sorry. No, it's okay. So no, we are not using Wizardry. We actually we created a tool at También that we use. It's a bit similar to what Timothy did, but the workflow, I think it's a bit different. And yeah, I don't know who said that, but yeah, Emmanuel. Hi, Emmanuel. So cool. Yeah, Emmanuel is right. We made some video about it, and if you're interested, the replay of this live is going to be on YouTube. So if you want to have a look at the beginning of the live, where we set up everything up, you will see everything. Really cool to have you, Emmanuel. So nice. Alright, let's move on. So let's just duplicate the page because I don't want to mess the design up. And actually, if you, so I'm gonna tell you what I think. Well, the way I want to do it, but if you see another way or a better way to do that, don't hesitate to tell me. It would be super cool. Anyway, so we have kind of a grid. So really easy to do if we are not using some CMS. What we could do is that we could add, let's say, 3 collections lists. So say right there. So have one collection list here. Let's pretend one here and one here, and say, for example, okay, so in the first collection list, let's only show the first item of the collection. In the second one, let's only show the second and the third item of the collection, and in the last one, let's show the fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. But is this the better way? Maybe if I use some custom CSS, I don't know what you guys think, but maybe let's say I have a collection right there, and so this is, let's see if I can show you what I want to do, but something like that, and then say, okay, so let's duplicate it. It's a bit messy, but that's the best way I have to explain everything. Well, I don't think it's gonna work. Well, that won't be precise enough. Because yeah, it would have been nice to say, okay, so the first element is taking 4 rows and 4 columns and 3 rows. Then the second one is taking 2 and 2, third one 2 and 2, and then maybe it would work. Let's see if you... Yeah, no answer for the moment. Let me know if you have any idea of how to do that. I would be curious to see what you think. I feel like the custom CSS solution is better because I only have one wrapper for all of my project. Let's do this one. Yeah, let's do it like that. So let's delete this. Let's add a collection list. Yeah, so this is a grid. Alright, and it's 11 divided by 16 RM, okay. And I have a lot of them. I think it's 3, 5, 6. Okay, and the height of each element is going to be 420. Yeah, let's so 420 divided by 16 rem, and I'm just going to duplicate it. Looks a bit big. Okay, let's make a test, and if it doesn't work, I'll do a different way. But so CL, and it's going to be at the link. So maybe I should put it as a link. Alright, so it's going to be 100% of the width, 100% of the height. Let's just add an image for the moment. Again, I just want to make sure that what I'm doing is working, and if it's working, I change everything. To cover. And let's have a look to the CSS grid. But I think that if I do something like just double check what the name is. So this. I think if I do something like this, it's grid row start or yeah, it feels like creating 3 collections would be easier, but I would really want to. I would like to make it a bit more clean, but yeah, okay, right. So I can say grid, let's say row, and let's say 1 and 4, like that. Yep. Let's see if we have any difference, and if we don't, we'll check in the. Okay, good. And I think I can do something like is it like that? So the first child, yep, working good. And then the grid column, it's 1, 3 this time, or no, it's grid row 1, 4 and 1, 3 and 1, 4. Sorry. What did I do wrong then? So it's taking 3 and 3. Let's publish and see in the browser. My bad. Still publishing. All right. So what if I put 3? What if okay. So maybe it's taking 2. So okay, so 1 4 and 1 5, and then it's working. And the quality is a bit shit, by the way. So maybe I need to export my images again, but all right. So I don't want to say anything stupid or what, but I think that it's like 1 2. Well, no, I don't know why it's working that way, but it's working, so that's actually cool. And for the moment, let's just change the order, but maybe a bit later I'll add the possibility, you know, to change the order of the different elements, because I think that Alex wants certain project to be on the top and certain project to be on the bottom. Anyway, so this way is working, which is cool. Let's do this for the second and third child. So second like that, and third child. And in our case, it's going to take 2 and like that. Okay, so it's not working. That's a shame. I was really hoping it would work. Let's see what's happened. So if I say read row 1, well, let's see what's happening. Ah, yeah, my bad. So yeah, that's why. Makes sense. So it's 3 and 5, 4 and 5, 4 and 6. All right, 4 and 6. Okay, it's working. Cool. Yeah, and it actually makes sense. I mean, it's a stupid mistake. It's a stupid mistake. And yeah, and actually, yeah, no, I can't do that. I can do that. And the third one. Yeah, I don't know why I did the 2 and the second and third one on the same in the same class. Anyway, so it's 3 to 6 or 3 to 5, 4 to 5. Yeah. Okay, so that's cool. Okay. So yeah, I like this solution better. So I only have one collection here, so I can manage everything in this collection. And as we can see, it took me quite some time to figure it out. But we have you know, 3, well, I don't know how many lines of code, but 9 lines of code. Super easy to do, and it's working fine, so that's cool. So yeah, Emmanuel, you can go back to your website and do the same thing. It will work. And yeah, so many people, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. How many are we? 21. So yeah, that's cool. I hope you guys are not too bored. That it's interesting. Don't hesitate to let me know what you think, if it's going too slowly, if it's going too fast, if I should talk less, if I should talk more. Tell me and I'll try to adapt to make it as fun as possible. Anyway, so the grid is working, so let's add the name of the project, a small subtitle, and this is going to be a video. I don't know if you use Webflow native background video element, but I tried to use it on a project lately, and the quality was shit. So Webflow compressed the video so much that the quality was just bad. I don't know if I should use the Webflow background element or not. Let's not do that today. Let's just add the name and the subtitle, and we'll take care of that during the animation process, because we need to animate everything. So yeah, that's a problem for later. Alright, so let's change the collection. So we have the name. Let's just add visit. Let's call this one category. Alright, let's save. Okay. Alright, so what's cool is that now I can do everything on the same collection. I need to double check with Alex, but I think that the link, the different projects are taking the user to the project page and not, well, the global project page and not the individual project. So let's not touch the link for the moment. Let's put that relative. And yeah, I know it's not the best thing to put divs inside of divs inside of divs, but sometimes it makes just everything a bit easier. So I'm gonna put this in an absolute position. Yeah. All right. And I'm gonna create a mask. I don't know if you saw, but there's kind of a small gradient on every project so that we can see the name. So let's create a mask. CL mask. This one is going to be absolute as well. So I need to. I don't need to do anything. Maybe with the height of 50%. And so the gradient is going to 0 opacity from 70%. So let's put pure black as well. Same thing. Yeah, it's pure black. Is this enough? I don't know. Oh yeah, it's okay, cool. Let's add an heading, and it's an H3. Again, not the best practice, but yeah. Let's add a wrapper. I'm gonna call this one home project. Let's say info wrapper. And I'm just going to put a relative position. I'm going to put 5. let's put one just to be sure. This is going to be the name of my project. Yeah, 50 pixels, and then right under this is the category. I don't know why my paragraph is set to hidden. That's weird. Did I miss something? Oh yeah, no, so stupid. Again, stupid mistake. I need to put the category. Yeah, that's just Dropbox. Yeah. Dropbox is a nice solution. So yeah, sorry, I don't watch the comments enough, but for the so first, yeah, stupid mistake. I set up category, but I didn't put anything in it. And yeah, to talk about the video, Dropbox is a nice solution, but it's a bit annoying. Well, it's not annoying, but well, I guess that's the best solution to put video on Dropbox and use the Dropbox player. But since the video are going to be quite small, do we need to do that? Do we need to, you know, add some complexity to it? Maybe it's better to keep everything as simple as we can and add then complexity in the animations and focus, put our focus somewhere else. Yeah, we will see what we do, but Dropbox is a nice solution. All right, so let's fix the stupid mistake. Rose Island is entertainment. Check that. Alright, it's gonna be better. Yeah, really stupid mistake. Anyway, let's do that. Let's maybe reduce the line 8, line height. Yeah. Not by much, but maybe like that. Okay. And as I said, we'll see about this later, because I think these are going to be video, but maybe these are going just to be going different images playing on screen. So I'll double check that with Alex and we'll see that later. Alright, so we have a small relative position on the design, but this is actually going to be a parallax, so this is going to start like that. This is going to, you know, start, well, you understand, start like that, and then we're gonna have a parallax. So we are good. Let's create the new section. So 240, but with the line 8 we can say 250. And I'm gonna call this section about, because it's a section that talks about us, about the studio. So collection, container, and then home about. So 250. Again, let's put 15 because let's keep round numbers. Do you know if there's any solution to put? Yeah, I see for the it's spelled wrong. Yeah, we'll as I said, we'll put the content once the page is built. For the moment, what I want to do is to put everything on the page, make sure everything is working correctly, and once it's done, I'll add the content, check that everything is right. But thank you, that's really cool. Do you know if there's any solution to put 2 different templates in the same collection? So I've never done that, but I guess you could. I don't want to say anything wrong, but I guess you could, you know, create like a toggle element on your collection, and then you could, let's say, for example, go to the collection element. Inside, instead of having one link, you have 2 links, and you say, okay, so let's add a conditional visibility on my element, and let's say, okay, so if my toggle is set to on, I want to show this section. If it sets to off, I want to hide it and show the other one. I guess that would be one way to do it, but is that the best way? I don't know. I've never used it on the project. Anyway. Alright, let's move on. So if you were not there when I showed the page at the beginnings, these are gonna be 3D faces. So we won't have big circles saying face. Yeah, so I'm gonna use, I don't have to do that because it would work without it, but I think I'm gonna use div and row element. Again, just say call LG10. Let's justify center, and then let's add an H2. All right. Yeah, the line 8 is good. Then I have this, which is taking 6 columns. All right, and it's 30 on the design, but we can see that we have quite a big line 8 right there. So in reality, it's more like maybe 60. Yeah, 75. I also have some. Well, not that much. So yeah, let's say 75 instead of 30. And it's REM. Yeah, so there's something wrong right now because we can see that the line 8s are not good. But why? 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. Yes, I guess I know why. It's not exactly 6. Yeah. So that's, yeah. So let's check. We need to add some padding on the side. 10. Okay. So if I do that, so 10 divided by 16 again, that. Yep. And now it's good. It's brand, smash, fields, and pitch. Brand, smash, fields, pitch. Okay. And now it's perfect. So yeah, that's why it's really cool to use the fluid responsive. If you use the one from TimothyX, it's fine as well. Huh? Every tools are great. The one from FinSuite as well. Well, of course, I would say ours is better, but that's not really true. But that's cool because now my design is exactly like, well, my website is exactly like my design, no matter the width of my screen. So if I'm on a 13 inches MacBook, the design is good. If I'm on a wider screen, it's good as well. So that's really nice. All right, let's add this. So 188. Yeah, let's say 190. All right. So I don't know. Should I? Yeah, let's just add a wrapper. So home, about, and this is going to be info wrapper. Then inside of this, I'm going to have a row, and then I'm going to have 4 columns. Yep. So this layout is great. It's looking good. But it's quite, well, not challenging to recreate, but if we want to be precise, that's where everything is a bit more hard. So, because it's not even centered in the is it? So let's say I take this and this. No, it's not centered. Can you achieve the same effect with FinSuite Fluid Responsive tool? I guess you can. I've never used it, but it's the same the same principle. So I guess you can. Okay, you can't achieve. My bad then. No, you can't. Okay. I don't think it lets you grow the text one like you do. Yeah. I think it's for accessibility issue because even though it's better to use REM as we do, the fact that we grow the text so big makes it hard for the browser to scale it. So I think that I can scale pretty much everything, but my text is growing, but once this text is so big that I can make it bigger, but the text is already that big, it's not that much of an issue for accessibility reason, if that makes any sense. Anyway, how am I gonna make this? I don't know for the moment. Yep. Let's add the H3. Then I'm gonna say text lowercase, and then services, team publications. All right, 190. Yep, so I still don't know how am I gonna do that, to be precise. But maybe just by adding some padding is... Because if I use a wrapper, let's say like that, my wrapper is not even centered. So I don't really know how to, but maybe just by adding some padding it will do the trick. Oh yeah, that would work. Okay. So 90 pixels padding. So okay. So these are gonna be just simple text. So I'm gonna adjective. I'm gonna say item, and actually I'm gonna put the padding right there, and so it's 5.6. So okay. Hi Vlad. Hey Vladimir. Yeah. Okay, let's go. These are gonna be links. So the first 3 anyway. Yeah, and these, I don't know, should we make these, should these be links? I don't know, maybe. Maybe. Okay. Up. All right. Okay. And actually, I just want to make sure that, yeah. So now the links are not taking the full width and friends. All right. Okay, last element. By the way, if I take the whole thing and put it a link, yeah, no, I still have a text element and inside I have a link. I never tried that. Doesn't really matter actually, but I don't know why I was curious. Anyway, so we have 200 pixels padding at the bottom. So let's put it on this element. It's 250. Yeah, no, 200. That's correct. And yeah, we are almost done. We are almost done. Well, for the desktop version, then we need to do the responsive. I don't know if I'm gonna make everything today. I don't know if your guys are bored. We still have some people on the live, so that's cool. Again, I'm really happy that there are some people today. It's really cool. Does everything need to be in a call? Couldn't this be simply done with a row and for div with next space around? So in this case, so in the case of this element, I think it doesn't matter if it's a call or not, as long as, well, it's not really true because we have a different property on the call element. We have the sizing that grow if possible, meaning that I think if I yeah. So now the call is taking just the width it needs, but if I put grow if possible, it's gonna take, since I have 4 elements, it's gonna take 25% of the width. And if I duplicate it, yeah, if I duplicate it, it's gonna take 20%, and so on and so on. So that's why the call element is useful. And another thing is that in that case specifically, it doesn't really matter because we use some padding right there, and it's not really, well, it's precise, but you know, it's not aligned on the call element, on the different columns, sorry. But the call element and the row element allow us to set up the gutter width, meaning that on Adobe I have a gutter width of 11 and some padding on the side of 11. So using call and row allow me to have the perfect spacing between my columns, because I'm using inside padding on my column element and negative margin on the row element, so that it's perfectly aligned. So yeah, you could, to make it short, you could recreate that using divs only, but call and row are nice. Where can we find all assets? So yeah, it's based on the CSS Bootstrap framework, which is really useful in our case. Second stream soon. I'm not sure I understand what you want to say. Where can we find all assets? So the design is not public. I don't know if Alex wants to share the Adobe file or not. Maybe once we are done building everything. If you want to use the style guide, I think you can go to También Studio or even on YouTube. Then on project, well, that's why we are recreating the website, by the way, is that just too complicated, so I need to go on project. Then I have a page that talks about the style guide, and then I need to go to the style guide anyway. So this is the style guide we're using. Can I share this? I don't know if I can draw this footer because I didn't seem to be perfectly aligned to the column you don't film. Yeah, no, it's not perfectly aligned because we can see on the design that, yeah, that's kind of different layout. But yeah, you're right. Alright, so I'm sorry, but I messed OBS so bad. I don't know if I can even put something in the comments. I'll get better for the next live, hopefully, and I'll be able to share. But yeah, go to the También website, or if Alex is still here, maybe he can share it with you guys. And yeah, let's move on. So again, this is going to be pretty straightforward. We have this, so this is taking the full width. Then I have a row with some call elements. Then I have a big picture, so let's do that. There's some border radius, by the way, and so it's 90 and 100, okay. And I have some padding, so 10, okay. So let's create a new section. So how am I gonna call this one? Maybe CTA, yeah. I know some people like to name their different elements using technical term, or I don't know. Anyway, I like to call my different element depending on the type, the content of the section I'm working on. So that way I know exactly how I'm gonna name my classes every time, and I don't waste time on that. Let's make sure it's good. Alright. So it's gonna be CT home, CT wrapper. Yep, so I have 90 pixel padding on top. Hop, 6. 10 pixels. That. And like that. I don't really know if dividing 3 by 16 makes any sense for the border radius. Maybe I should just use 3 pixels, but yeah, no, it seems to work. Okay, so I have so this is going to be an H2 as well, but it's kind of different. So let's say editing H2. And maybe if I change the typography, yep, perfect. So 113 divided by 16. That's always a bit, it's not tricky, but that's always a bit of a pain in the ass to do these kind of things, because now the line break is here, but I need to make sure that it works on mobile as well. Let's just try something. Yep, it's working. And then on mobile, or even on tablet, I can leave it that way. And on mobile, I'm not gonna do the responsive right now, but I just want to make sure that it's working. So it's 45 divided by 16. Like that. Maybe. But I can just. Something like that. I'm actually very not sure that it's gonna work, but let's try. Yeah, it doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work, but is this a big deal actually? Because if I do that, and I just center, well, it works. Yeah, okay. Down, okay. Let's say 50 pixels. So I would like to know when start the formation with También Studio, before summer or after, I ask. I understand that. So yeah, Alex said that the course was coming out, I think at the beginning of the year or something like that. And then we had a lot of client work, a lot of new projects, and so it didn't have the time. So I'm really sorry, but I cannot give an answer, not because I don't want to, but because I myself don't even know when the course is coming out. It's April. I want to say before summer, but you know, I don't want to say that and then postpone again and again. So maybe Alex will be able to answer that a bit better, but yeah, I cannot give you a clear answer. I'm sorry about that. All right, let's move on. So I have some text, so this is just on uppercase, and then I have a CTA. Oh. Let's just add a modifier, let's say center. I don't know why. Okay. So that's... I don't think it's exactly taking the full width, but not by much. With the best... We're gonna keep this as it is. Yeah. I never know what to do in this kind of situation because I already have 2 classes on my element. It feels kind of a lot to put a third one. That's exactly in this type of situation where just having a div as a wrapper and then 3 elements inside of it would be easier, because then I would be able to just say, okay, so justify stretched, and then all of my elements would be justified on both sides of my page. And since my column is taking this much space, it's kind of well, anyway, let's just add a modifier. That's not the worst thing. It's okay. All right, and yep, that's good. Then we have a button here. So it's a link block. So let's say button. Let's say some text. Book your place. Ah yeah, by the way. Ah yeah, no, okay. My bad. It's I don't know what I thought it was, but I was mistaken. Anyway, home CTA. How can I call that? Maybe I could just add a modifier on the call, but I don't really like to do that. I can say home CTA, and this is my CTA element. So let's call this one CTA. Right. Bim bam boom. Let's put one. Now let's add a new class. So button white. And so again, let's ungroup. So it's actually not a color, but we have some background blur. Again, that's not ideal, but we can probably fake it. We'll see if it's good enough. So let's just change the background and change this white. All right. All right. Hope everything's still fine. That is going to help you building some cool website on Webflow. Okay, 100, and the height is 1400. So pop. So city image. Okay. Up. And I think I have some. No, there's no border radius. Alright. That's just for me. It makes me laugh, but that's probably just me. I think it's a bit nicer than just a red square. Anyway, we are done with this section. The last thing is going to be quite straightforward as well. I don't know if it's... Well, I'll check with him, but maybe I'll make this the full 3 columns width. I don't know if it was a mistake or if he wanted to make it that way, but maybe we'll just make it the full width. Otherwise, we'll just have to add a padding, but it doesn't change anything. Let's add a section, again a container, and yeah, let's call this one footer. It's gonna be our footer, I think. So, but it's not. Let's take a look first. So this is only on the home page, but do I have this anywhere else on the website? No, I don't. So yep. So yeah, this is going to be our footer. So home footer wrapper, and I'm just gonna add a modifier. I'm gonna say section footer. I'm gonna take it out of the main wrapper and change the tag so that, you know, the page architecture is a bit nicer, makes more sense. So yeah. Okay, so we have this. Again, I'm gonna use the my bad. I'm gonna use the row and the call element. It's just so easy to make everything. So I can say call g3. Inside of it, I'm gonna have divs or links depending on the element. I'm gonna say home footer item, or is this an item? Maybe content? Yeah, content. Content is cool. So let's call this content. Yeah, so I have an image which is 335 by 225. Let's add a div around this image so we can add some animation if you want to. Oh, 335 divided by 16 rem. And I think I said that it was, oh no, 225 divided by 16. Yep. Okay, then we have an H4. Is this our H4? I think it is. And then some text. Heading. Perfect. Oh, my bad. Bundle 3 courses. Then I have some paragraph. Like that. Let's add our image. Oh yeah, so this is not content image, it's image wrapper. And then I can say 100%, 100%, cover, and yep. Title, and this is some text, so it's 1 rem and 0.5 rem. Can do that. Let's add a max width on this one. Let's use rem. Yep. And let's enter this just in case. And now we can see that if I do justify between, I can duplicate it. Boom. And it's done, which is cool. Like that. Maybe we have too much space between this and this. Yeah, we have a... Maybe let's reduce the line height as well. But let's select a paragraph, so maybe 1.4 is fine. Okay. Okay. So Alex said before summer for the course, which is cool. Now he has no other choice than to release it. So if he doesn't, make sure to send messages, to tweet. He needs to do it. I don't know if these images are going to be the final one, so I'm just going to put them in the placeholder folder. And again, as I said, my goal today is to build a page. Once it's done, I'll make sure the content is the right one. Right, placeholder. Yep. And was I then? All right. By the way, let me know if I should. Well, it's been a little bit more than 2 hours that the live started. We are almost done, so I think I'm gonna finish this. And yeah, we are. There are some people. There are still some people, and people are commenting. So that first, thank you. That's really nice. Let me know if it's too long or if it's fine for you, maybe. As I'm so sorry, I don't want to miss to say your name wrong, but yeah, it's kind of nice sometimes to have a stream, you know, in the while you're working. So yeah, let me know if 2 hours is too long, if I could go on. Maybe let's do a bit in the morning, a bit in the afternoon. I really don't know what's best. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. These are gonna be SVG, I think. Oh, I don't know. All right. I don't know if this should be SVG or just simple text. 15. Maybe SVG is better. Yeah, let's do SVG. No, I think I made a mistake. I did not copy it. Shit. Let's start again. Keep going, cool. And is the quality of the stream? So I'm asking a ton of questions. Is the quality of the stream good? Like, is this lagging or is it good enough? I'll check after the live. I'll check the video on YouTube, but I know that when I did some live on Twitch, it was a bit laggy, so I hope the settings are good. Okay, so let's make sure we copy this. Let's paste it. Good. the height is perfect. Let's put it on the side. Boom. Alright, nice. Okay, so let's export it. SVG. We'll see during the animation phase. Maybe I'll divide, this in 4 SVGs to animate it letter by letter. For the moment, one is enough. SVG. New folder. Yeah. How should I call this? After 2 hours on live, my brain is starting to melt inside my head. Maybe I will call this one footer. Well, let's not bother. Let's just call this one SVG. Okay. And I want it to be 100% width. Yeah, it's good. I have a icon auto, maybe add some margin on top, margin on the bottom. Well, let's add this on let's add it on the element on the bottom. In this case, I'm not going to use row and call element because I just want to stretch everything, so I can say footer social wrapper, and it's on footer social wrapper. I'm still going to create something like home footer social item. Okay. All right. And I just have to do this and we are good, which is cool. Couldn't you just convert it to a shape in X? Oh yeah. Yeah, actually I can do that in Adobe. The problem with it is that, and I don't know if you had this issue already, but I don't know where it is anymore, but I used to do that on Adobe. And the problem is that, I don't know why, but then when I imported it on Webflow and that I went to a computer where the font wasn't installed, the base font of this, or of my text wasn't installed, it would not work. So maybe I did something wrong, I don't know. Now I just go on Illustrator, do it on Illustrator because I know that I don't have any trouble. And that it works fine the first time, but that's probably something yeah, exactly, that happened to me too, so yeah, I'm not the only one, that's nice. But yeah, I used to do that on Adobe, and yeah, it was in my case it was coming from them, so I just go on Illustrator now and it works fine. Okay, so last 3 things and we will be good to go. Okay, so link. So we have, is this Twitter, LinkedIn, no, in YouTube, so T, let's say center, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So, so let's just say 0.5. And if I say that, 1.3 and 0.3. Okay, is this centered? I don't know. Is it centered? I don't think it is. So if I do that, I just want to make sure it's centered. So now I know that everything is perfect, but if I go back, so the K is supposed to be a bit like that. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Okay, perfect. Now it's good. All right. We are done. Actually, it's kind of cool. There are still a lot of things to do on the animation part. I'm not going to do that today, but yeah, I think I will go on and do the responsive part, so it's done. And yeah, when you import the converted text into Webflow, yeah, so actually it's yeah, I think you're right. So I'm not sure, but I think what happens is that for me in my case, if I export something on Adobe, if I vectorize my text on Adobe and import it in Webflow, if the font is installed on my computer, it's fine. I can see the SVG with the correct font and the correct shape. But on other devices without the font installed, it's yeah, another font. I don't know the one. So yeah, if you want, we can keep going. I think I will go on anyway. I will just take I think a 2-minute break if you are willing to wait. Make myself a coffee and come back and do the responsive. It's going to be super fast. It's 4:30. I think I don't want to say anything, but I think in 45 minutes we can make the responsive part, and we will be done with the home page, which is kind of cool. So yeah, if it's fine for you, I will just take a quick break and come back. I'm just kind of scared that if I go for a break, people will just leave. So yeah, I will do that anyway. So yeah, if you're willing to wait, coming back in 2 minutes. Yep. Good. Thanks, guys. Really cool to see that there's so many people still. Really happy to be doing this. Really cool. I hope you like it. Oh, yep. I think the website is going to be so cool. The design is, well, I obviously love the design, but I think that once it's complete with all the animation, it's going to be super cool. And for people waiting the course, I think it's a bit of a, you know, I don't know what to say, but it's a nice thing while we are waiting for the course to be released. Obviously, the course is going to be more deep than what I'm doing, but you can see how we work at También. Anyway, okay, so we did the desktop version. Let's do the tablet one. I don't think I'm gonna change a lot on tablet. Maybe one thing I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna change the text size, because I think it's a bit small. Maybe let's say 18 divided by 16. Yeah, that's better, I think. Will this be enough? I don't know. Well, let's keep it that way and we'll check later. But we can see that honestly on tablets it's already looking good. Yeah, maybe change it. Let's say if I put 24, it's a bit much, but 20. Yeah. Oh. So what's going on? Did I change something? Again, I don't know. I must be doing something wrong, but I don't know why. And that's also something that's cool with the fluid responsive is that honestly, I really don't have a lot of things to do to make it to make it good on tablet. Maybe let's so I think I have a max width on my container. So let's just edit the CSS element. Yep, okay, so let's do that. If I put it here, up. So yeah, now the container is taking the full width, and yep, still working. Okay, so honestly, I kind of like it that way. Maybe, yeah, no, it's no, for me it's good. Maybe change this, the text, change the width of the text. Let's if I put it back to none. Up. Maybe like this, and maybe add some padding between this and this, I don't know. Let's double the margin, the top margin. And yeah, so yeah, honestly for me that's fine. Maybe let's since we're gonna have the header, we'll have to change a bit that value a bit. For the moment I'm not gonna touch it, but yeah, the tablet version is done. The mobile one is gonna take a little bit more time, but you'll see that it's gonna be pretty easy to do. So yeah, let's go. So I think I will have to change the paragraph size again, since I changed it on tablet. So it's 14. And yeah, so we didn't change any call width on tablet, meaning that, let's say for example, on this element, I have a call of, well no, let's take this element. My call element on desktop is 6. Same thing on tablet, so I'm not going to change that. But I want to change it on desktop, on mobile. And to do that, I can add a class, and it's call XS12. And it's something that is set up in the style guide. So if you duplicate the style guide, the También style guide, and use it, you'll find all of this. But we have the call LG something for desktop, the call MG something for tablet, the call SM something for landscape, and call XS something for mobile. Anyway, and they override each other. So they override each other. So so this is the landscape. So no, so this is desktop. So we can see that my call system is set up. If I go on tablet, up, the call system on tablet is set up, but not on landscape. On landscape, it's set up, and same thing for mobile. Anyway, so if I go to the home page, go right here, so this is taking the full width and a height of 215, so I can say call XS 12, 215 divided by 16 rem. Alright, creative crew and friends. So that's where it's a bit tricky sometimes. This, creative crew and friend doesn't really make any sense. Well, it's complicated for us as developers to go from this layout to this layout. What am I gonna do? I don't know for the moment. The first thing I'm gonna do is to call XS12. Let's change the relative position. Let's say call XS12. Same thing for let's hide this, call XS type. Alright. Did I not change the size? That's the good one. So what is going on? Make the difference. Ah yeah, my bad. Call XS. Alright. And now we're good. By the way, I can duplicate it. And I'm gonna cheat a bit. And friends. Pop. Problem solved. Bim bam boom, perfect. Let's add a small padding, 0.5 rem. It's too much. Yeah, I think I have to add a wrapper inside of this. I don't really have any. I don't have a choice. So I'm just gonna do text wrapper. Of course, I made a mistake. Let's say mobile. Boom. Let's add a wrapper here as well, so that we keep everything. Everything is the same. So text wrapper. Okay, let's show this. Let's make this like this and like that. Boom. And it's done. Perfect. Maybe add some space. I don't think we even need one, maybe 10. Yep, that's good. So we are good on this one, and so that they are all the same size now. So maybe I can take this and put it here. Still working on desktop, still working here. Let's check it. They want to breathe a little. It's a bit much. Let's do that, and that. And the height is up. The height is 620. So up. 620 divided by 16 million. And should I show them all? Maybe not. I don't know if it's if Alex designed it that way. I think it's on purpose, but actually that's a good thing. Do you think I can add a limit to the item, and let's say I want to show 4, 6, let's say 7 here, like that. And can I change this on mobile? So I don't think I can. Let's say if I want to show 3 now, but if I come back to desktop, yeah, no, I can't. Again, the solution would be to use some custom code. I will check with Alex first, because I want to make sure that we only need 3 elements. If we need 3 elements only, what I'll do is that I just create, you know, some custom code, some CSS, some custom code on Webflow, and I would say, okay, so let's hide the 4th, 5th. Well, let's show the 3 first. Let's do it so I can show you, because I'm trying to explain, but it's really not clear. So let's do DOM. Let's hide them all like that. Let's go to the CSS. Okay. So, up. So 1, 2, 3, like that. And now I can delete that. So it should be working, by the way, but I'm not sure. Let's test. So we have the first 3 elements, and I can just go back to this, and we're good. Why are we good? Yeah, I was in the weird position where, you know, what I wanted to do was working, but I did not understand why, and it's because I set up the display none on mobile, so that's why. Yeah, okay, so it's working, so that's cool. Okay, so now it's 150. And again, I can just do call XS12. Yeah, it's 10. It's always a bit of a pain in the ass where I'm sure we needed like 0.2 REM to make it work. But let's try like that. I feel like is this no, it's not enough. Let's keep it as it was, and it's nicer this way. So let's just cheat and reduce the text with just a little bit so people don't notice it, but that the line breaks are not the correct one. All right. 55, so I think it's the good one. So if I say 55 divided by 16, yep, let's keep it that way. yeah, again, so that's another example where the mobile version differs from is not the same as the desktop one. So how can we do that? I don't think we have a solution. Well, no. Yeah, no, I think I know. So it's my fault. I should have think about it before. But oh, my bad. So if I do something like that, and that I put the divide up, it will work. You'll see. Will it work? Yeah, if I do like that. No, actually I can. Okay. Okay, so it's really not working. Fucking hell. Why isn't it working? I was so sure it was going to work. I don't know. Et voilà. Cool, so that is better. And now, so I need to put 2. So I can say call xs6 like that. Call xs6, and call xs6. And yeah, let's just remove the padding. 0 and 0. All right, and let's add some 60. So I can say, what can I say? All right, cool. So yeah, it's working. That's done. So now we have 55, 30, and 55. So okay, doesn't change anything. So I can hide this. I can hide this as well. I can say call XS12. Okay, and 55 again. Alright, the height is 590. Better. And then let's just put everything in full width. So call XS12, call XS12, and call XS12. Yeah, let's just do 100%, makes more sense. And now, yeah, and it's like 100% padding, and from here to here as well. So maybe I can just do 100% divided by 16. Remove this. Hide this one. And remove this. That. And let's just double turn. Or maybe I can even check. Yeah, 13. It's the same. Alright, and I will just add a bit more padding right on the bottom, because on the iPhone, you know, we have a gray bar at the bottom of the screen. So I will just put 4 rem for the moment. I'll check on iPhone how it looks. But yeah, I think we're done for today. It was kind of cool. We did a ton of work. We set up the style guide, created the homepage, did the responsive. So the homepage is done. I need to make to add the real content, but we're good. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop there. And we'll come back tomorrow. It was really fun. Yep. I just want to check something because, yep, I have the comment right here. Alright, so I'm gonna stop for today. I hope everyone had a good time. And make sure that I learn how to use OBS with YouTube for tomorrow. And yeah, if you have any question, have any comment, don't hesitate to let me know. And see ya.